Mokote challenging Geoffrey as they punch away down the finishing straight at over 150 miles an hour. Up into the kink for the first time, down to the...
So the reason why I'm passionate about motorsport, because motorsport's everything. If you think about Steve McQueen, he said racing is life and everything else is just waiting. And then we've got a BMW poster here that says, why do we race? Ask the question, why do we race? And the answer is, well, why do you breathe? And the beauty about motorsport is that every weekend we're in competition. And the feeling that that gives, whether it's win or lose, is just irreplaceable.
Under control again and is away after Alan Jones in the Saudia Williams. But it is still on lap 2, the yellow turbocharged Renault of Jean-Pierre Jabouille, chased by the Ferrari T4 of Gilles Villeneuve, and it's starting to rain at Kyalami. Here at Kyalami, it's starting...
My name's Paolo Cavalieri. I'm with Pablo Clark Racing. We're a racing team that's been in business since 1981. Racing is a drug. It's a legal drug. My dad introduced me to racing many decades ago here at Kyalami, just down the road from where our workshop is. And we would go and watch the South African Grand Prix, we'd watch the South African Formula One Championship, the only country in the world that had a Formula One Championship alongside the official Grand Prix series. And we'd watch the 9 hour. And in those early days, I was about 5-6 years old, I'd see David Piper coming down to South Africa and winning the 9 hour international endurance race, always in a Ferrari. And a different Ferrari because his Ferraris were green. Little did I know that some 40 years later, I'd get the chance to drive and share a drive with David in a race in one of his green Ferraris.
It's quite a passion that's involved because you can see how the cars have evolved from the early 90s when I started to, I did quite a lot of courses up to La Ferrari. And you can see the evolution of the cars. And when you grow with the cars and you work on them, keeping them on the road, driving them, each car's got like their own special character. It's incredible to see how over time the brand becomes like a part of you.
My name's Paul Gerber. I'm the sales manager here at Pablo Clark Racing. I was very fortunate to grow up with a Ferrari family. You know, everyone in my family is absolutely Ferrari mad, and I was very lucky to grow up in a house with 308s and Dinos and 355s, and you know, that's when the bug bit. Yeah, so we currently sitting with 33 racing Ferraris in the country. That is a mix between challenge cars, recreations, and there's one sports prototype. We, as Pablo Clark, we're currently involved with 26 of those racing cars. So, you know, for me, that's, you know, I'm quite proud of that achievement. You know, back when we started, we only had a handful of cars. And yeah, that's what we do here every day, is just, you know, living the dream and just pushing Ferrari motorsport.
So I'm Jared Clark. I'm the chief race technician here at Pablo Clark, looking after all of our race cars, experience cars, and customers' race cars. The biggest race we've done is the 9 hour at Kyalami last year. We competed with a customer. He owns this 458 GT3 behind us. It was our biggest race that we've done and our first endurance race. So we did it in conjunction with Kessel Racing from Switzerland. So they came out and helped us and supported us. I learned a lot with them. We were competing in the national class with one other team from South Africa, and we came first in the national class, which, I mean, was fantastic for the company, especially our first international race. And to be at a home circuit, it was awesome.
When I wanted to start motor racing, it was forbidden. So I decided that the passion was stronger than the rule, and sometimes rules are to be broken. And so what I did is I had to falsify his signature and in order to get a racing license. And to make sure that he didn't find out, I changed my name to Pablo Clark. Pablo because my first name is Paolo, so that's a pretty easy conversion, and Clarke after Jim Clarke, because I remember watching him in a Lotus 49, car number 4, winning the South African Grand Prix in the mid-60s. And that driving style and the beauty of that car just stayed with me forever. So the name Pablo Clark came about. Before long, my father found out, of course, and so I had to spill the beans and tell him the truth. And he then always came to the races to watch me race, and the most famous saying for us in the family, go slowly, be careful, but win. So you work that out for motor racing. But anyway, so that's where the name of the business comes from. And I love the name because what it does is it makes us a team. You know, no business is one person or one individual. It's a team. Whether you're driving a racing car, it's not just the driver, it's everyone else around that's prepared the car and runs the car in the race. And so to depersonalize the name of the business for me was very important, because Pablo Clark is for us a figurehead today, someone that existed in the past that got me into racing and got us into the racing business.